Every month I come here and I hear the same thing: social emotional health. If you truly mean that, you would end the mask requirement tonight. This is not March 2020 anymore, and it's time. Take these masks off of my child.
That Georgia mother is going viral after taking a stand for students and her child and demanding her county school board remove their mask mandate. This is in Gwinnett County down in Georgia. Our next guest has been pressing the CDC for answers on why they are still requiring children as young as 2 to wear masks. Here now is Utah Senator Mike Lee. Good morning to you, Senator.
Good morning.
You can hear the lady's frustration. She stood up there and she said, my child and other children in our district are begging parents to come to these school board meetings, tell them, please, beg for them. These kids don't want to wear masks at school. And then tell us about the letter that you sent.
Yeah, recently I sent a letter to Dr. Rochelle Walensky, the director of the CDC, asking why this is the case, why it is that in the United States of America, we have these guidance documents in place directing people to put masks on children as young as 2 years old, when our peer nations all over the world have set it much, much higher. Look, our allies, our peer nations all over Europe, from UK, from France, in so many other countries, have the age up at around 11 or 12. Even the World Health Organization, it's much more aggressive, says maybe 5 and up. But to set it at 2 and up in the United States reflects some real hubris. It reflects really what happens when somebody issuing the guidance documents doesn't spend a lot of time with 2-year-olds. But as much as anything, we just want to know what the scientific evidence is. Look, we know that children of that age have a lower rate of infection. We have reason to believe that they have a tendency to spread the virus less. So I want to know what their scientific evidence is that we need to have children as young as 2 being forced to wear a mask.
The Washington Examiner, we've talked a lot about COVID. We also are talking a lot about immigration. And the Washington Examiner, they obtained this memo from Politico. Politico had sent this memo out to some of their employees talking about immigration and said, do not call it a crisis. This is what the memo said: avoid referring to the present situation as a crisis, although we may quote others using that language while providing context. While the sharp increase of the arrival of unaccompanied minors is a problem for border officials, a political challenge for the Biden administration, and a dire situation for many migrants who make the journey, it does not fit the dictionary definition of a crisis. What is your reaction?
If they think that this isn't a crisis, they need to select a new dictionary. If their dictionary somehow on some bizarre planet doesn't match this, then maybe they haven't been to the border and they're looking for the wrong definition. Look, the fact is, anyone who's been down there, as I have in recent weeks, as so many of my colleagues have, it is nothing short of a crisis. Look, we were down there. We literally saw a human body floating in the Rio Grande. We literally saw women and infant children sleeping in the dirt, and we saw 4,200 children crammed into a facility currently designed to handle no more than 250. If that's not a crisis, I don't know what is. The human suffering here is beyond a scale that most Americans see on any regular basis. So the real question is, why are they just deciding to do favors for the Biden administration by distorting the truth?
They've done other headlines that talk about the economic crisis, police brutality and racism is a crisis, the climate is a crisis, but apparently not immigration. Senator Lee, thank you so much for being on with us. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Same
to you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.